How to cut pattern pieces in ExactFlat Monarch.
Alright, in this tutorial I'm simply going to show how to use our three cutting tools. So we can cut in 3D and we can cut in 2D. So I'm going to show the 2D way of cutting pieces. I'll just select a piece here for flattening. Let's take this mesh here. I'm going to take, just take the big mesh and flatten it. And we'll just go into our top view again. Turn off all the layers we're not using, and we simply have this one piece here. We're gonna pelt it and spring it. I'm taking this piece because it's one of the larger pieces of the dress, and I'll be able to show the cutting tools a little better on this piece. So once we have the piece flattened, and we can start using our cutting tools. Now just hit OK here. The first cutting tool here is basically our simplest cutting tool, and I'll just go into wireframe to show you. But this follows the polygons. So if you can see it, so I'm dragging this tool along, it follows the polygons. So it's not the most likely tool to use. It will cut the piece. You can start a piece there and kind of go up here and there. So now we've cut that jagged piece out. As I said, this is one of the cutting tools that we have here. And I can rejoin that piece just by using my delete cut. And delete this cut, and this cut, and this cut. So that's the first cutting tool. The second one is a curve cutter. And a curve cutter works, and what I'm going to have to do over here is create a new layer. I'll just call it curve. And we'll make it red so we can see it on that black mesh. Whoops, made it black. Make it red. And we'll activate that layer. And let's just draw a crazy squiggly line on this piece. So I'm just kind of making this up as I go. And I want to make sure that this line is, yeah, it should be okay. So we have added a curve here. I could add another curve here just to show you how it works. So I have two curves now on the surface. What I can do is I can go into my curve cutter. It'll ask me to select the model or pattern piece that I want to cut, which is this one. Just hit enter, and that's going to ask me to select the curves, my cutting curves. So this curve would be one. Okay. So now I have that piece cut in half. And if I go back here, I can select this other cutting curve. I'll just select the two pieces, select the cutting curve, hit OK, hit the two pieces I want to cut, and now I have cut all these pieces into 4 pieces using that cutting curve. So that's kind of cool if you want to do some neat type of organic cuts. The cutting curve works very, very well. I can join these pieces back just by using the delete cut tool, and it joins everything back. The third and final cutting tool we have is a plane cutter. And a plane cutter simply just, you create a cutting plane. So now I've cut this piece basically in two using my plane cutter. So I have my pieces here. You can hide this layer so you don't see all those cutting curves, but that's basically how you would use the plane cutter. Again, go to your plane cutting tool, and that's the little scissors icon with a P. Select one end, select another end, and now you have your plane cut right through the center. Great to do straight lines, symmetry planes. The plane cutter is a great tool. And those are the three cutting tools.
This has been a tutorial on how to cut pattern pieces in ExactFlat Monarch. For more information, visit exactflat.com/monarch.